Hello and welcome everybody, hope that you are all good, and it's time for what is looking like a pretty fire event in Pokemon GO, the return of the Horizons crossover event, celebrating of course the animated series of new, it's series 2 I believe at the moment. Captain Pikachu, as you can see, is now back in the game, apparently this time on a very windy day, but shiny boosted for this one, as well as a new Floragato costume, so that's a great shiny chase to go for. And in the 7km eggs, we've got Tinkatink, a new Gen 9 Pokemon that's going to be available in 7Ks during the course of this event that runs right through until Tuesday, April the 22nd at 8 PM your local time, so a good chunk of time. After that, it's going to be like Charcadet locked into the 10km eggs. So let me know your thoughts and feelings, of course, in the comments below of this event. I, for one, think this looks astonishingly good, actually, with shiny boost for costumes of old and new. We've got some great spawns, we've got eggs to chase, and of course we've got the shiny Ultra Beast to go for in those 5 stars. So tomorrow we will be beginning a 24-hour challenge. So make sure you follow me over on Instagram and X on the socials to keep up to date with live posts from that challenge. This is the 0 star. We do have to say a massive thanks to Wild Sunflower, who gifted us the event ticket for this one, which gives us an event pose that I think is just unrivaled in awesomeness. It's the Tinkatink Hammer Swing. So we've got that research to check up on and get done, and it's called Don't Tinkatink Twice, which honestly, as a name goes, I think is fantastic. So that's the premium research. We do, of course, have some free stuff as well. There's this Snorlax research I want to get done today as well. And of course, there's the remaining bits of the Go Pass for April. So we're going to go through and claim all the rewards that we can do. We have a smattering of other Pokemon encounters to check up on. This should be a Frigibax that can't be shiny just of yet, of course. Next up is a Corsola, which is, oh, the Galarian form, that's the shiny I don't have. So there's an encounter for, there's a Xerneas, fantastic. I think our first ever research Xerneas, which is really rather snazzy. We've got a batch of 7km eggs down, of course, already. We're going to be chasing the quest. You need trade a Pokemon or hatch an egg to get the Captain Hat Pikachu for this event. Otherwise, it's just Stardust. 1-star raise for Pikachu, and then the Floragato in the 3-star, plus a smattering of other random Pokemon. We have this encounter for another Xerneas, which is slightly worse than the previous one. It's a very nice sunny day today, but it is incredibly windy, so I hope the audio is not too bad. Our reward, of course, was the lucky trinket, which we've claimed, so now we can utilize that and make sure we use it before the pass disappears. Luckily, I stocked up on incubators. There is half egg distance during the course of this event, so it's a great time to get yourself some incubators if you can do or want to, and hatch those eggs. Don't forget, you can, of course, just crack on with the infinite if you fancy it. So, are you excited for this event? I certainly am, and I want to make the most of this event because rare costume shinies are very much a fan favorite of mine. 2 of the 3 quests we picked up, trade a Pokemon and hatch an egg, so we are going to crack on. But there, oh nice, hidden underneath, this thing can be shiny, which I think is quality, given Sprigatito Community Day was only back in January. There is Floragato with its hat. We're going to chase that shiny. We got ourselves our first Floragato 3-star raid all the way from Japan. Thank you very much, Zumori, who sent this through. I think the hundo is 959. Try to remember that from the old 80s or 90s Porsche. This is what we're going to remote raid and the Pikachu during the course of this event. 940. So it's not actually too far off. I think it's 19 CP away from the hundo. Hundo costume, I'm all down for that. It'd be great. It's not in field research, so it's raids or wild spawns. I don't think it's shiny. Floragato, Sprigatito, that sort of line, it's not the most distinct shiny, but it's nice. Being a 3-star raid boss, of course, it's gotta be difficult. But obviously the spawns of this event are focused around Generation 9, focused around the series and that sort of thing. There's a handful of them that obviously can't be shiny. The likes of Poor Me. Quaxley hasn't quite got around to having his community day yet. That might be either May or possibly, more likely, August, like we had with Popplio last year. And of course, Quagsire, the evolved form of Wooper, it's 89. In fact, there's one in the wild. It's not shiny. Honestly, I'm going to trade for these as well. We have got our way through the free research. We might as well whack down a star piece, to be honest. Star piece, Pikachu costume. So let's get this free research. It's one of 4 stages, actually, so we've got still some work to do. Let's get ourselves an encounter with something. It's the Sprigatito. Now I've got to debate. Am I going to do a Persimmon or am I going to do a Phalanx? There's a Floragato. It's not shiny. Don't crash. Oh, come on. Shiny Sprigatito off of the incense, and this is not a boosted shiny for this event. That's fantastic. It's such a little quality shiny. The fact that it's come off the green incense for the day, that's real nice. It gives me hope for Floragato as well, because that is apparently boosted for this event. I know it had a com day a couple of months ago, but hey, it's one without a com day tag. It's our first full odds one, 0 star, 1537, and I do not know if we check this. How have we not had a lucky Sprigatito yet? And we've got ourselves our first batch of new 7km eggs. Let's see if we can get our Tinkatink Pokédex done and dusted. So, there's Hatena, that's the other non-shiny that you can get in there, unfortunately. And I have a horrible feeling that might be what we're getting a lot of. So, there's a Charcadet, we still need that shiny. Nope, Charcadet. I wouldn't say no to a Hundo or a shiny Charcadet, that's why we're kind of going for the eggs. Elekid is the other spawn if you need that shiny and didn't get it in the Charged Embers hatch day. Please don't tell me we're not going to hit Tinkatink at all. Come on. No, there's a Charcadet, please. I think this might be the last egg. Yes, there we go. There's the Tinkatink. Into the Pokédex we go. And I really like this line of Pokemon from Paldea. 1452 is, wow, nearly the floor. That is awful. But from East Flanders, that is actually from Rated K, Kevin from the Patreon score. So thank you very much for your lucky egg. Was there anything good in here? 89 Charcadet. Okay, we're going to restock. We've hatched some eggs, of course. We've traded a Pokemon now, which means Captain Pikachu checks. Of course, you want to see 402 for your quest Pikachu 100%er. We have whacked down Iceburn because for some reason, everything is impossible to catch. Floragato requiring multiple golden rares and ultra balls. Got this completed pretty much. We need to get the max particles, claim all of this. We get ourselves a Dynamax Machop. I saw it on the G-Max battle guide. Do you power up a D-Max Machop and into Machamp? It's entirely up to you because G-Max Machamp will likely be coming in its own battle day right at the tail end of May. Fantastic. But we do have the premium research, so we get a bunch of items. Again, thank you very much to Wild Sunflower who gifted us this. I think it's one stage. We should get some Tinkatink encounters. We're going to definitely silver pine out these. Probably amongst the only times you're going to see Tinkatink not in the egg pool until probably some kind of Go Fest, maybe next year, because the likes of Pawniard and Timber and everything seem to make their way from eggs into wild spawns. That's a lot better than the hatched one. The final encounter is going to be worse. Good to definitely trade it, try and get a lucky, but then we get our event pose. The event pose, honestly, I cannot get over how cool it is. That pose is going on straight away. Oh, we have our free research here, stage 2. What do we get in stage 2? Fuecoco. It is very much time to change from the Fashion Week to the Tinkaton pose. Honestly, it's so cool. We got our second batch of eggs, hoping for more Tinkatink on this one. It's an Elekid. What about this? This is going to be the Tinkatink. Lovely. I'm really hoping to get a decent IV one. We did actually just swap and trade one and managed to get something of a PvP stat. And there's an Elekid. They've all got some kind of use. Charcadet need the shiny, need the hundo. Hatena need the hundo. Elekid, probably the least out of the batch, but wouldn't mind another shiny of it. And there's a Tinkatink. And on another thing, it's going to start raining any moment. So I think we'll retreat to a coffee shop. No, 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 no. No hundos, but more Tinkatink, which is great. Triple quest for the Pikachu shiny. There we go. Shiny Pikachu for the day. Quest delivered. It is actually going to start raining, so we're going to hide under a tree. 388, not quite near the 100%er, but I won't say no to it. Will it be another one? It's not a shiny back-to-backer, and then the third quest is going to be a non-shiny, but that's cool. Okay, we've got a Floragato raid local. We're going to do 928, oh dear. Just could be shiny as we're making a hasty retreat to Black Sheep Coffee. Needs to be, I think, purple-eyed. Please, it is not. Oh no, I need to restock on eggs, and the rain is already causing havoc on this. At least it's going to cool the phone down. The rain seems to have just gone, disappeared, and now we're back in Black Sheep Coffee with fond memories of this spot and Totodile Combe Classic. However, 2 quests for the Pikachu, of course, need to be checked. One is not a shiny, and the second is still not the shiny, of course. However, we were doing our gifts, pinning those gifts, and in here is my very first shiny Scatterbug. It's 192, which is obviously terrible, nothing like the Shundo that Dwayne got a couple of weeks ago. First Scatterbug shiny, I think it's the Archipelago. I can't remember exactly where that's from. We'll find out when we catch it. It's such a good shiny. I think it gets slightly less impressive as it evolves, because obviously it becomes less about the body of the Pokemon, more about the pattern on the wings. Shiny Scatterbug in the bag. Boom. Shiny Dex acquired for the day. Fantastic. freaking tastic. I don't like how it shows you the evolutions. This is from, it's 11-11-11 one, it's in London. No, it's, there we go, from Florida. I can't remember who that's from. The shiny Scatterbug is such a quality one. Let me know if you got a shiny Scatterbug done and dusted yet, because it must be a little bit shiny boosted given how difficult it is to acquire. Oh, we do have this stage of the research to do. 3 out of 4. It's going to give us probably a Quaxley. How did we guess that? But God bless Black Sheep, fantastic. And okay. Of course, before we crack on with the rest of the event video, I've got to say a massive thanks to every single one of you who's on the Patreon squad, who chooses to take your support that much further to the next level, helping support the channel, the content's creators here and me behind it. I really appreciate every single one of you. You're instrumental and very much the bedrock of what we're able to continue doing here with the channel. And it means we can do things like the 24-hour challenge that's happening tomorrow. We've got batch number 3, which actually to get, we had to open a lot more gifts than just 9. There was a serious bad drop rate on getting these 7Ks, but maybe some more Tinkatink would be lovely, or a shiny Charcadet. There's a Charcadet to hatch number 1, back-to-back Charcadet, and a Hatenna, and there's a Tinkatink. We're just on our way to go and do a Floragato raid, which is down here somewhere. Back-to-back Hatenna. It's actually an egg pool that's not too bad in my view. Charcadet. Still need the blue eye one, come on. And there's an Elekid. 93 Tinkatink isn't too shabby at all. We'll get some more eggs, a quest for a non-shiny. Oh, we did the Floragato raid, and if we load back into the encounter, we got the shiny of it. Fantastic on day number 1. 904 is not obviously amazing, but it doesn't matter. I'll take the shiny. It's, as I said, a subtle shiny, but I think a quality one. So there we go. Shiny Floragato with the costume has been caught on day 1. And it's a 69%, it's almost the floor. But a local raid for the win. Let's go. Kind of done, even before we begin the 24-hour grind, but it gives me hope that we've only been out for, what, 3 hours? So we've already got Sprigatito, Floragato, Pikachu. Actually, I do need to restock on eggs. Let me do that. Well, as you can see here, we have hit our gift limit, and I'm going to show you now why, seriously, Pokemon Go team, every time there's a 7km egg focused event, whether it's City Safari Milan or something to do with the general game, it's always a problem. So as you've seen, we've done 3 batches of 7km eggs. That equates to 27 eggs out of X amount of gifts. What we've managed to stock up on is another 6. So you've got 33 eggs in total out of, and I know this because I have the power-up ticket, which allows you to open more gifts per day. I think it increases it to 50 per day. 33 eggs from 50 gifts. That is a huge percentage of eggs not dropping from gifts. You have a limited window anyway. I mean, anybody who doesn't have the power-up April ticket obviously has reduced that number anyway. Like, seriously, why? Because anybody who wants to grind those eggs is already limited, so just let us have guaranteed 7km egg drops. And anybody who's doing infinite incubator grind, it probably doesn't matter too much to them. I don't understand why, you know, it's not prioritized. I really don't, and I'm going to feed it back. Every event, including Milan, had a serious problem with the event eggs from 7km, and it's just infuriating. We do have this to claim. Stage 4 of the free research final encounter is the Captain Pikachu, which is nowhere near 100% of all being shiny. 7km event egg ran over, done. We'll hatch those 6, see if they give us anything good. This is very unexpected. That's a shiny Dynamax Persimmon. I have no idea if you can jump out of a max spot and jump back in for the battle in the encounter. I don't think I'm not going to risk it, actually. You can tell me in the comments and rinse me later, but too many times have I jumped out of an encounter with AR mode and it's glitched and broken the game somehow, so I don't fancy losing. Technically, my first ever Dynamax Pokemon outside of the legendary bits and pieces, all the special events. Awesome! Shiny Dynamax Persimmon. It's 11, 15, 12, so it could be better, but that was completely just on the fly. I was like, since we're on top of it, might as well do it. And we got a shiny Dynamax. Being smug. My daily incense has actually already run out, so I'm going to put on a normal one. And you should also drop a download to Incensed Podcast. You can find the latest episode on any podcast platform that you like to listen to stuff on. And it's a good thing if you like fun, games, japery, and bit of Pokemon Go chatter. We caught 19 Pokemon on our daily adventure incense, but we did get Connect 3 on Floragato. So we got our final batch of 6 eggs and it's a Charcadet to kick things off. Next up is a Tinkatink. Fantastic, can't get enough of those. And another Charcadet. To be honest, we can't get enough of those either. So that was introduced last year as part of the Horizons event, I believe. Elekid and Elekid again. And I think the final egg of today is going to be a Charcadet. So there we go, 6 final eggs with a couple of quests ticked off as well, and nothing too spectacular letter to round out today. We are going to conclude today. We've only done like 4 hours of this event. We've maxed out on the eggs as best we can, 33 hatches as best as we can manage really, but the shiny Sprigatito, obviously a full oddser from the incense, picking up the Captain Pikachu from a quest, fantastic. Very best of luck on that chase if you haven't managed to get it yet. It does seem boosted. The random Scatterbug, which wasn't really from today, it was from yesterday, but we saved it for today's video. Getting the Floragato on day 1 from a raid, fantastic. Definitely good luck chasing that thing. And then, of course, the random Dynamax shiny Persimmon, very much topping it off. So today has been very, very good, but I don't want to push on too much further. Any shiny luck we're going to get further through this event, I want it to happen over the 24-hour challenge. So don't forget, you can check out my Instagram and my X account. We're going to be posting live updates from the 24-hour challenge happening tomorrow. These 24-hour challenges are amongst the most hardcore things that we do on the channel. We're going to keep walking, keep grinding, get those quests, get the eggs every single day, max out on the daily incense as well. We're going to do 24 hours of daily adventure incense, I think, if I have the Stardust and the candies for it. So yes, let me know your successes for day 1 of the event. Have you managed to grab anything from the event? Wish me the very best of luck. And I will say, if you enjoyed today's little video, please hit that subscribe button down below. Stick around for more Pokemon Go content. And of course, you can check out some of the videos here from previous challenges, events, live events, and all that sort of thing. I really appreciate every single one of you who choose to stick subscribe to the channel. And I'll say until the next time, do take care.